So I said you got 3 math problems, 18, 19, and 20. I'm just going to help you set up number 20. All 3 problems are identical, but I just, sometimes people get scared by the name of the chemical. So number 20 states, carbon tetrachloride was a popular organic solvent until it was found to cause cancer. How much heat is required to raise the temperature of 10.35 grams from 32.1 degrees Celsius to 56.4? So right away you get all these numbers, it gets very confusing. First step is always write the equation. Okay, so all 3 problems, we're using the same equation. Q is equal to mass, T final minus T initial times specific heat. So when I grade your homework, if you don't have that there, I'm taking off points. You need to write the equation down. So I'll give you a second to write the equation in your homework.
We have to write that, or please write the numbers in it.
No, you need to write the equation. Because what happens is when you jump to just plugging in numbers, I guarantee you're going to put the wrong numbers in the wrong spot.
Yeah, for every problem.
For every problem. You only got 3.
I know, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. It's not like math class where they give you 10. Just 3. And we're pretty much doing one of them together. So you can always look up the equation, but what you can't really look up is what they stand for. So what does M stand for? Mass. What does T stand for? Temperature. CP? Specific heat. And what is Q? The heat, right? The heat energy, okay? So we want to know the amount of heat. That's our unknown. They tell us the mass is 10.35 grams. They tell us the final temperature is 56.4, and they tell me the initial temperature is 32.1. So it says that we're going from this to that, from this temperature to that temperature. There's another piece of information we need, and that's the specific heat. Now, I'm not sure why they just didn't put it in there. They said go see table A5. They could have just easily told us it, but, you know, chemists are not very good English writers. So I'm going to look it up for you.
You said it was 0.85861.
Joules per gram degrees Celsius. So I know you just want to start plugging numbers in. It's 0.8, yep.
Is that a 5?
That's a 5. But you really don't want to just start plugging numbers in. You want to write the equation first. Because people will get confused. If you don't do this, people will plug the temperature in for the heat. They think heat and temperature are the same thing. They're not. Okay? Or they don't know what specific heat is. So write down all of your info. You'd be amazed how often you get the right answer. So now we can start plugging things in. So you can plug in your numbers. Another place where people make a mistake, Nate, is they get the final and the initial confused. That's why I do this, okay? And that's important. You know, you don't wanna be like, hey, boss, we're gonna make $10,000 this year. Whoops, sorry, got the sign wrong, we're gonna lose $10,000 this year. So the sign is pretty important. So all three problems, you're doing the exact same thing. You are calculating Q. Yes, Ridley?
Will you take points off if we don't do the key on the right-hand side?
Yes. Now,
Oh, we have to do it.
yes, you have to do the equation, write down the info, then plug in. And the reason why that is, yeah, with this equation, it's not so bad. But when we start doing like what I call numbers 21, 22, 23, we're gonna have 8 different variables. And you're gonna start plugging stuff in the wrong spot. Right now, we only have 4 variables, 21, 22, and 23, you're gonna have 8 of them. So I wanna get you in the practice of the correct way to do a problem. And then when you get to physics, it's kind of the same thing, you'll be already set for that, okay? So the rest of it, well, any final questions before I give you the rest of the time to work on your homework? All right, you guys were awesome. Yeah, I really mean that. So thank you guys. And dos vidania to my friends over there in Russia.